The ending of Jibaro, a surreal and brutal short from love, death, and robots, isn't just a twist of fate or karmic irony. It's a symbolic, haunting meditation on greed, colonialism, and the destructive power of desire when empathy is absent. Beneath the stylized violence and dreamlike visuals lies a story that critiques not just individual behavior, but entire systems of exploitation. The story kicks off in a twisted fairy tale setting, with Spanish conquistadors and priests marching through a dense, enchanted forest. They stop by this eerie lake, and out comes the siren. She's covered in gold and jewels, and her scream song has deadly consequences. Everyone who hears her loses their minds, slaughters each other, and dives into the water to their death. But not Jibaro. He's a knight, and here is the key: he's deaf, so he's the only one immune to her deadly call. He doesn't fall under her spell because he can't hear her. When chaos erupts around him, he just watches, confused and terrified, before making a run for it. The siren, for the first time ever, finds someone who doesn't collapse at her feet. That sparks her curiosity. She follows Jibaro, even sleeps beside him like some kind of twisted fairy tale creature trying to connect. It's not romantic, it's more like obsession meets curiosity on both sides. Jibaro wakes up, sees her, and instead of freaking out, he's drawn in. There's this raw attraction between them, but also a ton of tension. They chase, they dance in this crazy, chaotic way, and end up locked in a kiss. But here is the thing: this isn't a love story, it's a war. She bites his lips, he knocks her out, and then he strips her bare. And not in a sensual way. He rips off the gold and jewels that make up her body. It's brutal, it's violent, and it's driven by pure greed. He leaves her bloodied, broken, and tosses her back into the river like she's trash. He walks away covered in gold, thinking he's won. The moment of intimacy between them is uncomfortable, unsettling, and brief. The kiss, which starts with intrigue, ends in pain. She bites him, he knocks her out, and proceeds to strip her of everything valuable. It's a metaphor for colonial conquest in its most condensed form: seduce, exploit, discard. Her jewels are not just ornaments, they're her being. By ripping them away, he doesn't just steal wealth, he mutilates her essence. But karma's got a sharp aim. Jibaro drinks from the river, not realizing the siren's blood has tainted it, and just like that, his hearing comes back. At first, it seems like a good thing, until you remember the siren's call is deadly if you can hear it. Now he's no longer immune. He hears her song for the first time, and it wrecks him. He stumbles back toward the lake, drawn in like everyone else, and drowns, just like the rest. The final moments of Jibaro aren't just about poetic justice, they're about cycles. Jibaro dies not because he stole, but because he could never see the siren as more than treasure. She, in turn, reached for connection, but was punished for her vulnerability. The tragedy lies in the fact that both were anomalies. He didn't want her for her song, and she didn't kill him on sight. They had a chance to break the cycle, but instead repeated it. On a broader level, Jibaro is a metaphor for colonialism. The conquistadors who kill each other under the siren's spell mirror the madness of imperial greed. The siren, both beautiful and monstrous, represents the land, desired, desecrated, misunderstood. Jibaro, deaf to her voice, represents the kind of colonizer who thinks himself different, yet still takes, still destroys. In the end, Jibaro doesn't offer redemption, it offers a warning. Fascination without understanding leads to destruction, and even those who think themselves immune will eventually pay the price.